Oh, today will be great. You know, there won't be anyone on. We'll be good. And here we are, getting kicked out of our stream again. And I think that is
Oh,
the stream done on YouTube? Stream's
let me look.
finished. All right, now it's back. No, stream is not finished. Come on.
This we're live.
All right, good. We're back. We're back. All right.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, hello to everybody. What were we talking about? The
The
Falcons.
Niners. Yeah, the Falcons. How they're gonna make the playoffs? They're +6 against the Bengals next week.
I love it. Let's go for 7-0, Falcons. I'm all for it. And I should have known.
We'll be down by 25 too, and then they'll cover the game.
I said it on the pod on Friday. I said, "Oh God, they're wearing their red uniforms or the red helmets."
Yeah, that's true.
And they look how
Said
red.
you weren't
They
worried.
look great. Look great.
So good.
And the
Beautiful.
Niners did Nick Bosa play? No, he didn't. He didn't play. Jimmy Garoppolo, he, had 2 picks. Can't have that. And all right. And I should have known West Coast to East Coast. This one was on me. I'm blaming it more on me than on the Niners.
Mariota was
Should've saw
13
it
for
coming.
14.
Yeah, I know. The whole game he was
What?
like 10 for 10, and I was looking
And
at it all the
they
time.
literally don't have a running back or wide receivers.
No, and it works.
How are they winning games?
No,
Maybe Arthur Smith is a good coach.
don't get that far.
I mean, they should be the worst team in the NFL, roster-wise.
Yeah, like look at their players.
How have they won 3 games?
They
Not anybody.
and you're right. Their running backs both are just garbage, and they run them into the ground. That's what you should do when you have 2 garbage running backs. Just run them into the ground. It's kind of is genius. It's like,
Jugging.
and it's funny. You say they're 3-3, and I guess this is because they've covered every game. Every single game has been a 1-score game.
Just doesn't make any sense.
That's bad.
It really doesn't. It
I'm
is baffling.
I'm definitely betting them next week +6 against the Bengals.
Have to.
Yeah,
That's another one where it's like the Jets, where you just keep it going until it fails you. Because you don't know when it's gonna end. Like, you also don't want to be the guy that hops in and then the trend immediately stops. But it would be worse to have it go for like another 5 weeks and you're just sitting there and like every week you're like,
No, you gotta try.
Bet
You gotta try.
Oh,
Yeah,
I will be on the Falcons next week.
Yeah, and you're right. Like, you just look at this roster and it's a bunch of nobodies.
They're so terrible.
Oh my god. All right. Anyways, Niners blew it. I blame more myself. I should have read the tea leaves, and I didn't. I fell right into the Niners trap. All right. Speaking of traps, I don't even know if it's a trap. I think it's just a bad team.
Yeah,
The Jacksonville Jaguars. Look,
I mean, Trevor.
You can't disappoint the wise guys 2 weeks in a row. They're done.
I'm out. I'm done with Trevor.
Yeah.
Doug tried. It's not Doug's fault.
He's putting him in a position to win.
How did he go 20 for 22 with only 165 yards? Like, what are they doing?
I don't know. And the Colts, they're somehow better without Jonathan Taylor.
Again, like, though, Matt Ryan throwing it. There's a fly in my room. I keep thinking that I have
58 times. 58 times
58
for Matt
times.
Ryan throwing. That should be a win for the other team. Should always be a win for the other team. How did they have the ball so much more?
I have no idea.
I mean, I don't even know if that's true, but that's just what it seems like. How does one quarterback throw 22 times and the other throw 58? Michael Pittman, 8.
Trying to understand. They didn't sack Matt Ryan once.
Well, that's what the stats told us.
Should be a free 3 sacks.
No, not an interception thrown or fumble, which he was leading in the league.
Josh Allen was supposed to eat. He finished with 1 tackle.
Brutal. Bad look for the Jags. Really bad look.
So I said earlier, I mentioned him. This fly is driving me nuts, by the way. It just keeps flying in front of my screen. I'm going to get it eventually. Yeah, seriously. um, I lost my
I
train of
I
thought.
think they need to realize that they have nobody wide receivers.
Yeah. Well, they have like names that are okay, like Zay Jones and even Christian Kirk
They have names you've heard before.
and like
Marvin Jones Jr.
Marvin
Like,
Jones,
yeah,
Evan Engram. Like we know who these people are, but it's not 2017.
yeah, exactly. And they and it's also like it's like Zay Jones is just a name you heard because he can stand up really cool.
I guess he was never good. I think there was Christian Kirk.
No, Kirk. Yeah, Kirk's just you just know his name because he got paid a bunch of money.
Evan Engram had that one good year with the Giants, and then he was a Pro Bowler again for some reason.
And you know him because he can't catch the
Uh,
football consistently.
yeah, Marvin Jones was good on the Bengals,
Like 10
kind
years
of.
ago.
Like, and good might even be an understatement. Like he was a pretty average NFL receiver.
Yeah, they need something else there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's move on. I have a Pats parade to throw, so I'm gonna get to it.
Got it.
They look. I was listening to the game on the radio. It was closer than the score predicts because they scored a lot in the fourth quarter. And look, they held Nick Chubb. Their whole thing was they're running it. They're running defense. Can't hold Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. That's what you told me on Friday. That's what Ethan told me. You all laughed and laughed. And Nick Chubb, 56 yards, 12 carries. Kareem Hunt, 12 yards. They it's funny. It seems like their defense just them throwing over the middle is worse than their run defense now. But this defense is fast. It's active, and the offense is starting to click with this Bailey Zappi, and it gives you shot. It gives you shades of what
Oh
happened
my
20 years
gosh.
ago. I'm not gonna say anything.
Come on.
I told you I haven't dumped Mac yet, but
You're
Bailey Zappi.
comparing Zappy to Tom Brady. It sounds like you dumb Mac.
No, I'm just saying, a highly drafted quarterback goes down, some no-name rookie comes in. But the main difference between this Pats team and the Pats team from the first 3 weeks is that they're not turning the ball over anymore. Mac
Mhm.
Jones had a lot the first 3 games, a lot of bad turnovers, and Bailey Zappi
Tom
just
Brady
isn't.
doesn't.
Yeah, Tom Brady does not. No, Zappi just he hasn't put the ball in position to get turned over, and that's what's gonna if he keeps his starting job, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be that Mac Jones, whether it's in practice or he gets game time again. Hell, I don't know how healthy he is. I don't know when he's supposed to start, but if he keeps turning over the ball, it's gonna be Zappi's job because he's not turning over the ball. He's putting the players in good positions, and it seems like they scheme him up. They scheme him up for these passes and these good plays, and it's working. So for
Brilliance of the offensive coordinators.
and it's so weird saying it. It's like I'm gonna give Patricia some credit. The past 2 weeks, he's been good. And I
Doesn't
can't
make
believe I'm
any
saying
sense.
it. No, it doesn't. And he's been good. And Ramondre, you know as much as anybody.
Yep.
He's a
Andre's been
beast.
awesome. AC
And
Alvin Kamara.
since he is since Damian Harris is now out, this is the first time in I don't know 10 years that a Patriots running back is getting the full workload.
hmm
It's just him. Like they gave Kevin Harris the bus, couple 3 carries, but they weren't really meaningful. And they gave Pierre Strong 1. And Taquan Thornton. Look, it's all piecing together. I'm not gonna get too excited. I did the same thing last year when I said that they might be do something in the playoffs.
There was a week or two where I thought they were going to win the Super Bowl last year.
Hey,
So,
they were the 1
I
seed.
was in on it
They were there.
after the Atlanta game, I think.
Yeah, when they shut him out, I was
Yeah.
all in. All in. So I'm not gonna let myself get broken like that again.
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna
week
take it.
6,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna take it 1 week at a time.
might.
But look, for a team that was written off, and the AFC's looks weaker and weaker every week, they could definitely make the playoffs.
Getting it right back.
Getting right back into it. And also, I think this year in the NFL, it's proven a lot that good coaching matters.
Mhm.
And Belichick,
Arthur.
Arthur, Dayball,
Dable,
Belichick.
yeah.
So
Salah even.
Salah, yeah. And look, he knows how to coach a defense. Who
Mhm.
cares? Like he could put two bozos as his offensive coordinator, but at least he can coach a defense. And the other thing is the Pats, they haven't had a good draft in like 5 years. Besides, finally these past two drafts,
Duggar.
Duggar, Ramondre. I mean, Taquan Thornton looks pretty good. Zappy's in there. Mac Jones is in
Cole
there.
Strange.
Cole Strange is great. Who else? Now they have the two corners, Jack Jones, Marcus Jones. I'm all in. All in.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
They do. I mean, they like nothing you said is incorrect.
No, they
Guys,
really towards the end they really daddied up on this Browns team.
it's hard to blow teams out in the NFL.
Yeah, they did
End of
it
the
twice
day.
in 2 weeks.
So, I mean, and this Browns team, like, they're not a bunch of scrubs.
No, their
They have a
defense is
pretty good defense.
their defense is formidable. I can't believe that they're playing Monday night against the Bears. Why did the Bears
Yeah.
why did they think they needed 2 primetime weeks in a row?
Did you see what the also that's a long rest period.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
Thursday to
unfair.
Monday. It's insane.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Yes, it's like the Bears. It's like, yeah, well.
They can only game plan for so much, right?
Like, what are they gonna talk about?
It's gonna be like Sunday practice or Saturday practice, and you're like, we got nothing. Let's just go home.
No, it'll be on Wednesday. Like, well, we don't know.
Be like, we've
Go play
practiced.
Madden or something.
Yeah.
Eat to something. Did you see the Sunday night game for next week? It's worse.
Oh my god! Can we flex this? Can't we flex? Chiefs Niners is right there at 4:45.
It's
4:25.
Steelers Dolphins for those who haven't looked at the schedule.
So, yeah, when does
The
flex?
Dolphins are laying 7 points. I guess they expect Tua to come back, but
God's sakes.
that is so gross.
That's horrendous. So this week in primetime goes Saints Cardinals, Steelers Dolphins, Bears Pats. And
God
Bears
bless
Pats is the best
baseball.
game. Bears Pats.
Oh, Saints Cardinals is the best game.
Yeah, until we see Midget Murray overthrow Hopkins 100 times.
At least there's like fun guys on the field.
That's true.
It's not like the Steelers and the Bears.
Yeah, no,
Really have
there's
no one.
nothing. There's nothing fun about either
There's
two of this
nothing.
team.
The thieves of joy.
Uh,
Even the Saints.
Yeah, no, Saints
Ugh.
Saints have nothing fun. If they don't have Mike Thomas playing or Jameis, it's not fun.
Or Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill.
We better use him.
God.
Ugh.
All right.
Anywho.
What
We'll
else
preview
can we?
that next week.
What else can we talk about? We got the Giants, the
Mm-hmm.
5-1 New York Giants. The Ravens are such frauds.
I've run out of words. Like, what do you? I don't
For
know what
which
to say about
team?
the Giants team. Like, the Giants are going to make the playoffs easily,
Oh yeah. No, it's their playoffs to lose.
but they're not a good team.
Look at the rest of their schedule.
I know they're going to be like 9-1.
They're gonna be going in that Cowboys game. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9-1. I mean, I'm counting their eggs before they hatch, but they've beaten
Seahawks, Jags, Texans, Lions. They've beaten far superior opponents.
Yeah. And then they go to the Cowboys. That's the one loss, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So
The Monday night game.
is that no? That's Thanksgiving.
No, the loss. Was
Oh
the
yeah,
Monday
yeah,
night game.
yeah. It was Monday night. Look, this is I don't know how they're doing it.
I honestly don't, because you watch. They're not best.
No, there's not
It's
like,
they just make the other team also bad.
and it looks like Kayvon Thibodeau's the real deal.
Mhm.
The Ravens, I'm done. They're like the Chargers for me. They are just complete frauds.
Our
And
frauds.
if they don't get a goddamn wide receiver, they're not gonna. They're literally not. Like, I don't know what they expect them to do. There's no wide receivers on this goddamn team that anyone would
There's
want.
really not. Isaiah Likely,
He's a
Marcus Robinson, Devin Duvernay.
Josh
Ugh,
Oliver.
get out of here. Oh,
Ca-
I thought he might be a tight end.
He is. So is Likely. I
Okay.
think. I think Likely counts as a tight end.
Does he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
late.
yeah.
He's listed as a tight end. So, and like Kenyon Drake's your goddamn running back. This team sucks. They have Lamar and that's it. Their defense is fine, but
Their defense is the most fraudulent part of the team. At least the offense, is bad.
that's
Defense,
true.
you're like, oh well, they have
Yeah,
good players and
you
they're
have a good
historically
point.
good on defense. Those guys are frauds.
Yeah, you have a good point. They and it's like they Ethan was on this pod Friday going, "Oh, he's the best against the blitz." Lamar, and it's like, yeah, but if you don't have Rashad Bateman out there, he literally has no one to throw to.
Yeah.
Not a soul. Besides Mark Andrews, but
Quiet as a mouse.
and Mark Andrews did it. He did his job. He got his 100 yards and a touchdown. It's not on him. He literally got half of
Reminds me
Lamar's
of,
passing yards.
the video. Who's the guy that does all like the NBA YouTube videos, like LeBron after the game?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. And he's in the locker room. I forget it. Totally
It's
forget
like,
that guy.
Kyrie, you did your job.
Yeah.
You was hooping, Kyrie. It's like Mark Andrews with Lamar Jackson in the locker room after the game.
Yeah, he's yelling at all of them. He's like, Mark Andrews, though, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Just sitting in the corner. head
Literally
down.
had over half of Lamar's passing yards was
Yeah.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, that's not sustainable.
It's not winning football right there.
Nope. It's not winning football. It's losing football.
Definitely losing football. All
They're
right.
still first in the division.
Yeah,
That
that's
division is in
so.
shambles.
I was listening to the Browns. It was the Browns radio. That's who I had to listen
Mhm.
to, and it was kind of funny seeing them just like in absolute shambles at the end of the game. But they were like, "Hey,
So I've learned that with baseball recently is listening to like the opposing team's radio either after the game or the next day is the best.
that Big Cat
It's
talks about it all
so
the time.
funny.
He goes on Green Bay radio,
Yeah, right.
and listens to them on Monday morning."
Oh, it's the best. I listened to so much Mets talk after they got eliminated, and it was like glorifying. It was the best feeling.
Also, I gotta say, having to listen to a football game on the radio, not the worst thing in the world. I like listening to sports on the radio. I
Yeah,
think
it's not bad.
I think it's fun. It's it's not as fun as watching it, of course, but it's a
Mhm.
good substitute if you have to listen to it on the
Mhm.
radio.
If you have a good like there are announcers who just can't handle the radio.
Yeah,
Like they're
definitely.
not descriptive enough because it's such a different like perspective when you're listening.
The one thing that
So
would
you have everything has to be explained to you.
kill me, that kept killing me, is that they would be like, "Oh, and he's starting the drive on the 15-yard line." They'd be like, "Oh, you got the running back gain of 5, 2nd and 5 on the 15-yard line." I was like, "Come on, figure out the yard lines here." Like, come on, you can't like it would be like all those like they'd be off by just like a yard or two, and I was like, "Is that close to a first down? Is it not?"
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. It's but
Well, there's the old Redskins guy who actually resigned in disgrace, but I remember like coming home from Pittsburgh one year and we would have to listen to them on the radio. And the calls that he would make, he'd be like, and the handoff goes to the outside, bounces around for a bit, then gets taken down. You're like, what's going on? And, then you're
what's
like,
the game?
and now it's 2nd and 1, and you're like, what? That was 9 yards? Like, give us something. Give us more.
So
no idea what was going on.
you had a good point. The AFC North. So that's why I brought this up. The Browns radio was talking. Oh, we're only a game behind. We're a game behind this. So they're 2-4, a game behind. It goes
They haven't
Ravens
played the Ravens yet, right?
3-3. No, and they play the Ravens and the Bengals the next 2 weeks. This was
Okay.
supposed to be the Watson week. Remember before they
Oh, yeah.
changed it?
Yeah.
So anyone can still win this division. I mean, the Steelers, I wouldn't. They're there, but I wouldn't put it there.
The worst team.
Yeah. And did you know that the Browns, I'm looking at this right now, they've scored more points than the Bengals?
Did not know that.
Exactly 10 more points. And the Ravens scored exactly 10 more than that. Interesting. But their defense gave up
Steelers have
a
scored
lot.
exactly 59, less than all of them.
That's gonna be now. I like our. Oh, that last week the Ravens Bengals was for the division. I like it
Yeah,
even more now.
it
'Cause
actually
it's
is.
right there, and it is for the division.
Yeah, they're tied at the top, and the Ravens have the tiebreaker.
All right, what else we got? We talked about the damn Colts. Talked about them.
Vikings.
Oh, this was such a stupid bet, Chris. We are dumbasses for not taking them. This is our this was your crack team, +3, third string
on a
quarterback.
break.
Or sorry, -3, third string quarterback. We should have just hammered this. I don't know what we were doing.
You're like telling me that we should have done cocaine last night,
Yes,
and like I'm clearly trying to stop.
yeah, but they're 5-1, Chris. There is
know
no
they're
stopping.
I was worried about Miami, not the team, the location.
Wait a second, because I didn't watch this game. When did Teddy get it? He played?
I think he was the emergency quarterback because Kyler got hurt. And this was another situation where it's like the guy who's better and who's the starter is like the emergency quarterback. Why didn't he, if he's healthy enough to get in at all, why didn't he just start?
Yeah, it seems like they should have definitely started him.
Yeah. So I don't.
That's a shocker. I have gone the whole weekend without knowing that Teddy Bridgewater played this game.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, Teddy. Welcome.
The Teddy's world.
Yeah. And it looks like, I mean, 2 picks, not great, but 330 yards. But he literally had more yards than Kirk. This Vikings team, they're good? Question mark. I don't know.
They're all right. I
They're all right,
mean,
yeah.
they're gonna win the division.
They're gonna win the division, and it seems like another case of like
They're another one where it's every game is one score for the past 4 weeks at least.
so they're like the anti Falcons.
Yeah, but like look at the teams that they're beating.
That's what I was just about to say. We got to look at the teams that they're 5-1 against, because when it comes time to play the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Pats, they're gonna.
You left someone off there deliberately.
and the Heineke led Washington Commanders. Sorry, almost forgot about that. So by the way, is it Howell time now? Did the schedule start early, or is
I
it
don't think so.
Heineke? All right.
No. Let Heineke go out there and sling it a little bit. Do not at all costs bring Wentz back, because if he plays 70% of snaps, then they have to give
a second round pick. Yep.
So please,
I heard that the other day.
Ron, just hold him out.
I heard
forgot about
and I was like, oh, that's genius. That means they have to start Howell at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, or else you're like, why give up that second round pick?
If they do, and it would be such a Washington thing to do. Just be like,
Yeah,
oh, we're starting Wentz.
Yeah, be like,
why?
oh, we forgot about it. Sorry.
It'll be like the second half, and they're losing. Let's see, who do they get in the last week? Against the Cowboys, they'll be down like 30-0 at halftime, and all they have to do is sit Wentz for a half, and they get their second round pick back. And Ron will be like, "Well, we still thought we had a chance to win the game." That's the wrong message to send to the guys. And it's like, all right, dude, you're like 3-14. Who cares?
Heineke going up against the Karen Packers.
I know.
I guess we can preview it next week. Oh god. We'll preview it. We'll get to it next week. Hell, you guys might. I don't know. The Packers have looked that bad. And it's funny, you score the same amount of points you did on Thursday, and you win by 2.
We don't have the Jets defense.
That's true. You don't. And the Chase just doesn't exist anymore, right?
I guess not.
He's just like a coach on the sidelines.
He's left.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. I don't have anything to say about this Vikings team. Because I don't know if they're good at still. They've just been.
I'm glad to see Kirk doing well.
Doing well. Yeah, he's doing fine. He's not losing them games. There you go.
Your record is your record.
That's true. You got a good point. Speaking of
Unless
Your
you're the
record is your
Giants.
record. The 5-1 Panthers, or 1-5, sorry. 1-5 Panthers. Jacob
I
Eason
don't
played this game? Oh my god. And he threw 5 passes and almost got to PJ Walker.
Disgustingly bad performance. That only gave us the entertainment of Robbie Anderson getting kicked out of the game by his own head coach.
And
What
then
do you think he
immediately
said?
traded. He's probably like, this PJ Walker guy sucks. And so do you, bum ass coach. Yeah. The Rams.
I'd say the same. I mean, like I would freak out just to get traded.
Oh no, he's probably so much happier now. Like I know he got sent to the Cardinals, which isn't much better, but it's actually it's much better than the Panthers. Yeah, it is much better. Allen Robinson game, 5 catches, 63 yards. He's back. He's back.
He's back.
He's definitely he's not back. I'm just
Let's see. 7 catches, 5. Okay, who's this Brandon Powell guy? Ah, okay. He's not white. Where did the NFL step in and talk to Stafford?
Sorry. You got to throw to some black people.
The Rudy rule.
Yeah. We need you guys in there. Sorry. Roger Goodell was like, it's a bad look, Matthew Stafford.
This is unacceptable.
It's really a bad look. All right, who the hell's Ronnie Rivers?
I don't know.
All right, and I don't even care. The Rams, they're garbage. They have to trade Cam Akers now, which I don't know who's gonna want Cam Akers because he wasn't. I don't think he was ever good.
How do they have so many guys get a carry?
I don't know. They're just trying something else. They're trying something out.
8 people carry the football.
Malcolm Brown's back on this team. God, he's been on this team like 5 times, I feel like.
He had that one big week one.
No, remember he was Todd Gurley's
he was
touchdown hawk.
by the St. Louis Rams. 2015. That's how long he's been around.
He was the hawk for. Sorry, I was yawning early in the morning. He was the hawk for Todd Gurley that one fantasy year.
The year when we didn't know who the running back was going to be, and I think they played the Cowboys week 1.
Oh, yes.
Everyone thought it was going to be Darrell Henderson, and then Malcolm Brown got like 25 carries.
Yeah, did nothing.
Like, Malcolm Brown's the guy. Yeah, and then literally didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, I still this game means nothing to me. For the Rams, at least.
Yeah, congrats, I guess.
Yeah, you're 3-3. They're back against the Niners after their bye week. Hopefully this bye week, I don't know, get some gears turning in their goddamn brains, but they scored points, I guess. Like that's something you can hide your head against. He scored 24 points. All right, last game of the week. The poopy Arizona Cardinals versus I thought even poopier Seattle Seahawks, but I was wrong.
Again, the Seahawks are 3-3. Like we're talking about the Seahawks in the same conversation as the Bucs and the Packers and the Rams. The Ravens. Like nothing separates those teams right now.
No. That's bad.
And the Pats.
Yeah, Pats are right there, baby.
Throw them in there.
They're right there. I mean,
the Falcons.
All great teams.
That's a fun game. Just list the 3-3 teams.
Oh, there's probably
you cover like the whole ground of the preseason power rankings.
Yeah, you get the whole middle.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that is actually pretty great. That's a good. Yeah, you get the Ravens, you get the Pats, you get. Oh, I was gonna say the Colts, but they're 3-2-1.
They count. They're 3-3.
Yeah, they might.
The tie to the Texans is a loss.
Yeah, that's fair. Is there any other 3-3 teams? Or is that it? Rams, Bucks. I mean, yeah, you're looking at Packers. God, that is a great game. Anything? I didn't watch a second of this game.
Or did I?
All right. Well, we get to see him Thursday Night Football anyways. All I know is Marquise Brown got hurt, and now they've robbed him.
Give me some Geno in prime time again.
Yeah, when's their next prime time? I doubt the rest of the season. No, against the Niners, December 15th. That's
gonna
be
have a
fun.
London game against the Bucs.
Ooh. I'm all for
London Geno.
I was sad this week without the London game.
You what?
I was sad this week without the London game.
I cannot. I hate the London game so much.
I love it. I
Just
love the
because of
London.
fantasy. Because I wake up and I like check my lineup and I always see like, oh, they started at 9:30, and I just cry.
I couldn't imagine though being a NFL fan and having the London games and like you live in California.
It's at
Wake up bright and
6:30.
early, 6:30, waking up.
Put on the the cup of coffee, the
Yeah,
pot of coffee,
God, just sitting there the whole time,
cup
just
of
yawning.
Folgers.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that does it for this NFL week for me. Got anything to point out?
Well, we haven't talked. I guess we talked a little bit about Wentz, but
Oh
out
yeah.
4 to 6 weeks with a broken finger. It's a shame.
What?
That is my take.
What a shame.
It is a darn.
Oh, and you guys signed Jake Fromm too. Nice. Nice.
That's not
No,
nice.
it's not at all. So 6 games now. It's you're going Heineke.
For the foreseeable future, yeah. So the roadmap the rest of the season, I think it still holds.
Yeah, I
that
think
we
it does
talked
too.
about when you put Howell in. I think you just ride out these games with Heineke. Just don't I don't want to see Wentz anymore.
Done with it.
That Thursday night should have been his going out on top game.
Yeah, it's a swan song. The swan song.
That's well said.
He gets
Victory.
one
in which he
last.
threw for 99 yards against the Bears. Oh, it's so perfect. I'm so happy for him. What a way to go out.
And it's funny.
Seriously.
It's like if he really broke his finger, he couldn't have benched him last week during the
All right,
game.
you know what? I actually feel bad now because they play the Colts in 2 weeks.
Oh, the revenge game was right
Yeah,
there.
that's sad. You should
Yeah,
just
that
move
is
the
sad.
schedule.
Flex the game 6
Give him
weeks.
a crack at the Colts.
Yeah, flex the game 6 weeks. You bring him back in once he's healthy, and then bench him again, just for the Colts game.
Although clearly he does not do well against or in revenge games, considering the Eagles debacle.
He doesn't have, it's like there's no fear. Like even if it's a revenge game, you can't look at him and ever incite fear.
No,
So-
I mean the fedora picture. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw it.
That's enough to, no matter whatever happens, to not take him seriously. That and the Letterman jacket.
Yeah, the camo suit jacket with the fedora. He just like
Those who
he
haven't
has that face where it's
seen
like you're not scared of him ever.
it. He just looks like such a doofus.
It does look like
At least it
such a-
wasn't a backwards hat.
No, backwards hat. He'd be getting out of here. I still love that the picture of him in the bomber jacket. And he's just staring right at the camera. It's the greatest photo of like any. It's like
It's
that's
so good.
especially it's the Commanders' first season, like inaugural
Yeah.
season. Is just that boom? There it is.
I should have made it my phone background.
Yeah, welcome to the Commanders.
Command.
Take command. All right. Let's move on. We got important things to talk about tonight still. Do we want to actually let's go baseball first. How we looking?
Rest. Game 1 tonight. Moved on. NLCS. The Padres beat the Dodgers this weekend. So that's who we got.
So
Can I just say to everyone who's complaining about the baseball format, you are such a loser. Like, if you're the best team in baseball, like you say you are, how about you just beat the team that won 20 less games than you in a 5-game series when you have home field advantage and your pitching set up? Like, stop crying.
So what are they crying
Hey.
about?
They only had a 5-game series to win. And that, I think they were annoyed that they had too much rest in between.
What?
Yeah, it's lunacy.
So then how about the number 1 team doesn't get a bye? He has to play another scrub team for.
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, you want to go play the Mets in the first round? How
Yeah.
about that? You face Scherzer and DeGrom. And you'll be
that's-
crying about that when you lose. How about you just win?
So is this Braves fans and Dodgers fans you're talking
It's-
about right now?
Braves and Dodgers, yeah. Look at the Astros have made 6 straight ALCSs. Like they didn't have a problem with it. They went right into Seattle and swept them.
That's what good
They
teams
don't
do.
care. That's what good teams do.
Take care of business.
And the
And
Braves, you have no room to talk. You won 88 games last year, and then you go in and you beat 2 teams that are better than you. Like you were loving it last year, and now this year, all of a sudden, you're the victim of it. You get your asses kicked in 5 games, and now you're crying about the playoff system. Losers. And Atlanta sucks. Atlanta's a pathetic sports town. You guys are such a joke. I couldn't even get pleasure listening to your radio because no one had any passion. So you're pathetic. Have fun watching on your couch. The Dodgers fans, I honestly feel a little bad for, just because they've lost so many times in the playoffs. Like they won that one Mickey Mouse World Series in 2020, and every other year they get beat. So then the best team in baseball every year. But I do feel a little bit bad. But stop crying. Like own up to it. Call out your manager.
yeah, no, and they by
Man,
far had
better.
the best team.
Yeah, don't lose in 4 games to your little brother. How about that? So that bothers me. But I don't know, they can sit and cry on their couches as they watch the Phillies and the Padres in the NLCS.
There you go. There you go. So now who's the all right, not to boost your spirit, like not to get you a little too confident, but who's favored in
there.
this series?
The Padres, but it's very slight. It's like
Okay.
minus 120 and plus 100, I think.
All right. That's not bad. Little underdog mentality. Philly loves that.
Keep the underdog
Yeah.
mentality. That's fine.
So what happened to have the 3-1 defeat of the Braves?
The Braves did not they just didn't show up. They literally got their asses kicked. I mean, the first 2 games were at least close, and they won game 2. Games 3 and 4 were not close, like right from the start. Game 3 they threw the rookie Spencer Strider. That little boy was not ready to play a playoff game in Philly. You could tell by his face. He was not ready for it. He gave up. He walked the guy and then made an error, and everything fell apart after that. They rocked him. And this next game, Charlie Morton comes out, and then they had to take him out because he's hurt. Like, sure. I think he just sucks. They lit him up too. They weren't ready for the crowd. They really weren't. Like they've been playing in Atlanta and LA the last couple of years. Like they didn't know what a real baseball playoff crowd looked like. They were pretty shook. Acuna looked out of it the whole series. Their best players didn't show up. Like Matt Olson did.
Stars got to be the
homered a couple
stars.
times. That's right. I said that before the series.
Yep.
And it applies to both teams. Acuna looked awful. Swanson was bad. He's probably gone after this year. He's a free agent. Eiley had like 1 hit. Like these guys are supposed to be the best players in the National League, and they sucked. Michael Harris, so bad.
It's a shame. It's a real
It is
shame.
a darn shame. To win 101 games and then look like that in the division series and then cry about the playoff format, it's a joke.
Also, to cry about the playoff format,
Absolute
but you're losing. You lost to the 3rd place team in your own division. Like this is your own division you're talking about. You play this guy enough anyway. Shouldn't you know how to play them?
You literally swept us at the end of the season. Like just beat us again.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty.
you had 3 at home to do it.
That's pretty pathetic to complain about that.
Yeah.
So Guardians Yankees still going on because yesterday got delayed.
Yep. Game 5, 4:30 today, I think.
4:07 on the
4:07,
dot.
right.
What are we thinking here? You were kind of on the Guardians early.
I was, and this Yankee bullpen is just very sketchy. Like they don't have someone to go to at the end of the games apparently. This game 3 they were up, I think 5-3 going into the 9th, and they gave up like 6 straight singles and lost the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you could have any faith in this bullpen. I don't know who the hell is going for the Guardians tonight. Savale, sounds like a folk hero to me. Sounds like he's going 8 shutout innings tonight. But I don't know. I mean, Game 5, anything can happen. So I picked the Guardians at the beginning of the series. I think it would be awesome to see the Yankees lose at home in Game 5. So I'll stick with that.
Baseball's like the brand itself is going to be in shambles if the Yankees lose, aren't they?
Yeah, Houston versus Cleveland.
No
It's
one's
not
going to
great.
care. Not a soul
No,
is going to care.
Not a soul will care.
And it's funny, then you get like Phillies, like say it's either Padres, Philly, and then no matter what the matchup is in the World Series, if it's not one of the Yankees, no one's going to care either. Besides, besides this respective cities, which is fine. But other than that, it's like there's going to be no. It's fun. I guess we're going straight to NBA. They're not going to care.
The MLB is rigging the hell out of this Guardians Yankees series.
They have to, don't they? Like this game is gonna have to be the
worst.
Have
to win this game.
It has to be got to be the worst officiated game. That's good. We're gonna see. There's gonna be so much chicanery coming on. Oh, game 1's tonight, 8:30 or 8:03.
Tonight.
Nice. Are you worried about going West Coast?
No, I mean I haven't even thought about that really, because you had like
don't let me.
The only thing that's a little weird is they don't get an off day between games 5 and 6. Game 5 in Philly will go right back to San Diego for Game 6 Monday.
Oh, that's a pain.
It's weird because there is an off day after Wednesday's Game 2. Game 3 is not till Friday. And you go Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Philly, and then you go right back Monday to San Diego. So that's weird.
That is weird. Yeah, that's really weird. Because if it goes to 7, you play those last 4 games on a row. And then you have 5 games. Yeah. But you play the first 2 and like the second, yeah, right. It's a weird break. And who needs a game 2 break? Give him like a game 4 break.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's to reward teams that have better pitching depth. Which again, like the playoff format, like stop complaining. They actually put this in to benefit the better teams. Like we're gonna give you less off days so that you can showcase how deep you are.
Good point.
And yeah, so.
All right. That does it for baseball. We have to. I gotta speed this up a little bit. I got class in like 30 minutes. But so today's the day I've been waiting for. The NBA is back. Tonight we have 2 great games: the Boston Celtics versus the 76ers, and the Lakers versus the Warriors. I'm so pumped, Chris. You don't even understand.
I don't. Yeah.
We're gonna do because it's an interesting year. If you do it yourself, you'll know how hard it is to pick the top 10 teams in each conference. We're gonna do it. We're gonna start with the East, Chris. Who do you have for your number 1? I hate my number 1 pick, but it's who I think is gonna end up being number 1.
Oh, it's not the Celtics?
No.
Oh, okay. I have the Bucks. Even after losing the playoffs last year. Oh, do you have the? Oh no. But anyway, I have the Bucks. I think that they're still, even after losing the playoffs last year, it's tough to repeat a championship. I think that's why they ended up losing in the playoffs last year. I think they're still the best team.
That's a great pick. Giannis is gonna be fired up because he always is. They have Chris Middleton back. They have a better team than last year, and yeah, that's a great pick. But sadly, because I don't think. Sorry,
grip.
I know. It's because they don't want me to say it.
No,
they don't want me to say it. The who I think is gonna end number 1 in the East.
Clap your hands.
76
Everybody.
Is the Philadelphia 76ers. I hate it, but here we are. And look, they got better than last year. They have James Harden, who says he lost 100 pounds. He said
Again,
he's
impossible.
yeah, there's no way in hell. But he says he's in the best shape of his life. They got PJ Tucker, who is
Also hyped himself up for taking less money.
yeah, he did do that.
He's
That was pretty
like,
funny.
guys, I don't know if you knew this, and like, I don't really care. You don't have to give me credit for it, but I did take less money.
Yeah, no, I don't. Please don't give me credit for it.
Do
but
not praise me.
I
I don't
gave
want
up
it.
gave up millions just for you guys. They got D'Anthony Melton, who I like off the bench. PJ Tucker is a good signing for them. They have Montrezl Harrell to back up Embiid. Daniel House they got, who's worked with Harden before. Look, they're a regular season team. I'm not gonna trust them in the playoffs, but I think they have the best roster to get the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I can see it.
And since my number 2 is
We
the
also do
Bucks.
this every year, though.
What do you mean?
Sixers, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, on paper, they're like the best team.
But last year they definitely weren't. This one, I really do
Yes.
think they're going to be good. Since you had your Bucks number 1 and I have them at 2, I'm going to go straight to there. I only have them at 2 because if you look at Giannis's games in the regular season, it's a lot less than you think. And I don't know. I just don't think that they're going to be more worried about. I just don't think they're going to be too worried about the number 1 seed. That's the only reason. I think they're going to care about getting a top 4 or at least a top 2 seed. But I really don't think they're going to like. I feel like the Embiid and Harden, they're going to care about getting that 1 seed.
Are you doing your rankings based on like regular season standings or just who you think the best teams are?
Oh, I think this is how I think they're going to end.
Oh, okay.
You have to switch it around.
I mean, I don't have to switch it around, but mine are more like who I think has the best chances.
Okay, I have like where do I think they're gonna land at the end of the season?
Okay, I gotcha.
All right, you go number 2.
I have you guys at 2. I have the Celtics. I think I'm always the guy where it's like, well, if you won the East last year, like you should probably be 1 in the power rankings anyway. But I put the Bucks ahead. I'm a little worried about the coaching stuff.
I would be more worried.
Kind of talked it through though.
I
talked you off the ledge, and we
Yeah.
ended at a good spot with that.
Yeah, no, we had a good spot.
It's the same. Like if it's one of his assistants taking over, like it's probably not that big of a deal. I guess it could be. We'll see. But it's a similar team, and you have Brogdon now.
My worry is the center position. Robert Williams doesn't come back until probably around November. And
Dude, it's October 18th.
sorry, not November. I meant it's gonna be like more like December or January.
Okay.
But they don't have Al Horford's their center. He's gonna start at center. And
that's the thing is like that Al Horford that we saw in the playoffs is not going to be.
No, and you can't
That's not
expect
what
him
he's
to be
gonna
that
look like
way.
this season.
And he also, the same way he was in the regular season last year, he's not going to be the same because he had that whole year off in OKC. He played 28 games.
Right.
So he had that whole year off to rest, and now he was in the finals and probably put more strain on his body as he had in like 4 or 5 years. So
ever. Never played in the finals.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, than ever. That's what I'd be worried about. I still think they're gonna like Tatum's gonna be good. I think he's gonna take a step forward, hopefully. Brogdon's gonna be great off the bench. How many years? Come on, he took a step.
Like
he did take a step. He took the team.
How many steps does he take?
It's a baby steps. It's baby steps. Come on now.
In the league for like 12 years now.
That's not true. I still like this team, and I like one of my a key insight from someone to look out for, Mr. Sam Hauser. He is gonna be
from Michigan State.
Yeah, he's gonna be
I can shoot.
He's gonna be the shooter off the bench. Oh, he was in Virginia, not Michigan State.
Who's the Hauser on Michigan State?
I don't know. Oh, he played for Marquette, Michigan State, and
Joey Hauser. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, it is Joey Hauser. There you go. That's probably
he's still on the team. He's like 27.
So he is going to be just the white guy that shoots threes. Every good team needs him, and he had that role last year a little bit, but he was like a G League version of it. And now I think
Mhm.
he gets that role this year. Comes in, gets a couple hot streaks in, call it a
These
day.
guys have to be brothers.
Yeah, I think they are. I saw them next to each other. I think they are.
Oh yeah, he went to Marquette too. They both played at Marquette.
But I like the Celtics team, man. I hope that they need to figure out some sort of center though, because
Mm,
it's not gonna be it can't be Blake Griffin. Just can't, and it
why?
can't be Luke Cornett either.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
All right, who do you have at 3?
3. Sorry, my app just closed. I have the Brooklyn Nets at number 3
Ooh,
in the East. Oof. What are you oofing me about? The
this team just stinks.
like the roster's good, but there's a funk to them. There's a big
There's a
funk.
huge funk. Like Ben
And
Simmons, I think is terrible.
we have to see. And I think he is terrible at shooting the ball, which is very
Mhm.
important. But I think he does a lot of other things right that are gonna position Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving into some good stuff. That's what we said when he got traded there, that he could put
That's
them
true.
in some good positions.
Yeah,
And
and they haven't even played a game with him yet, so
the fact that I guess like it's a sign, it's a step in the right direction that he can play in a preseason game,
he's on the court.
that he's on the court. They
Good.
have, and then when you go past the big three, quote unquote, you have Seth Curry, you have T.J. Warren, Cam Thompson, Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal. Like these are all solid players. So
Yeah.
when you have a team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and we've been saying this for 3 years now, ever since they got it. So I don't know how you could ever bet. I would never bet on the Nets, like season wise, any sort of future, because how are you supposed to predict how this team's going to play out? I mean, the hell, they wanted their coach fired. Kevin Durant wanted out. It's going to be, it's going to take a lot for me to believe that it's going to be all hunky dory when they start again. So
There's
I don't
too
know.
much funk there for
That
me.
being said, you still have a team with Kevin Durant on it. I think they can make a top 3 seed.
I guess. Yeah. I disrespected the Nets. Big time.
Who do you have as 3?
I have the Sixers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say
So
all right. We already talked about them.
basically everything you said, but show me something.
I like it. I like it. Give him something to prove.
Show me that Harden can actually fit there.
Good
It isn't
take.
a bum.
I like it. I like it. Number 4. This one might surprise you, Chris. I am going with the Toronto Raptors at number 4. This might be a stretch.
Why?
This is a little bold, but I like when have the Raptors. I feel like they're well coached. They're well built. I feel like they do everything right. So
Yes. Yeah.
I'm rewarding them by giving them the 4 seed. Because I still like this
Like
team though. Like
who are their best?
Pascal, Scotty Barnes, Fred Van Vliet. They have Bo Cruz off the bench.
There's nothing about the Raptors that excites me.
No, Gary Trent doesn't give you a little spark. Thaddeus Young, Malachi Flynn, Precious Achua. Come on now, nothing.
Thaddeus Young makes me excited.
There you go.
Gary
What about
Trent does not.
Otto Porter Jr.? Does he make you excited?
Ah,
NBA champ,
okay.
Otto Porter,
Disgraced wizard.
disgraced wizard, NBA champ. So I don't know. I think they always put it together. They're always like a team. Like they're always one of the teams fighting in the mix, and
Mhm.
I feel like they always put it together. So I'm
Well,
going
that's
them
why I
at
think they're the 8th seed.
4. All right, who do you have?
I
At
I have a sneaky one at 4 actually. I have the Cavs.
4? Ooh, I love this.
I think
Cavs team.
this is the next step team this year.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't crazy about the Mitchell trade because I felt like they had given up a lot, but I don't know, like first year, Mitchell's probably gonna be excited to get out of Utah and like get on a new team. I think they're gonna be
You know
they're
what's
gonna be tough to to beat.
You know, it's crazy to think about, and this might be a true, like this. Of course, you know, I don't know everything that's ever happened in the NBA, so there's probably some better Cavs teams out there, but there's no way this isn't like the best non-LeBron Cavs team almost
Our
ever.
lifetime.
Yeah, of our lifetime at least, but
Yeah, actually,
it could be ever. Like they have actual players on this team that are supposed to show real promise. Evan Mobley's
yeah.
supposed to be better than he was last year. Donovan Mitchell, you mentioned, now in a new situation, won't give up on defense and won't like I don't know. Towards the end, it feels like he just hated Utah. Darius Garland's
he did.
good. Jaron Allen's good. Kevin Love's coming off the bench, which Kevin Love's not anything to write home about, but when he's coming off the bench, that's not bad.
Mhm.
They have a solid foundation, and I'm excited to see where they go.
Mhm.
They're
Second year of Mobley too.
someone to look forward to.
He dominant this year.
Someone to look out for, actually, not look forward to. Small forward Isaac Okonkwo. He's gonna start for them.
That's not how you say that.
Okoro. It's not Okoro.
Something like that. It's not a Conquo.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just kind of roll. I always think about good old Okonkwo.
Because
Yeah, because
things fall apart.
things fall apart.
rest in peace.
Yeah, poor guy. All right, that's a good pick. I like that at number 4. I think they have a good chance at getting to number 4. Number 5, a team that we're probably putting a little disrespect on, but
Mhm.
I'm guessing we both have the Miami Heat.
Yep.
Look,
Sorry.
I'm just tired of seeing the same team getting run out there every time. Look,
I know.
I know they were the 1 seed last year, but I don't know.
That was a fraudulent 1 seed.
Yeah. And they're the same team as last year, and I think teams got better and they didn't.
Yep, I agree. And like when you keep the same team together, there is an aspect of it where it's like even if you're the 1 seed, like it just gets old.
Yeah, and I think what I just said makes a lot of like I'm praising my own quote, but
Yes.
but every other
good
team
point,
got better. Every other team got better. They didn't. They stayed exactly the same.
Yep.
That was funny. All right, number 6, I have the Cavs.
Okay, I have the Nets at 6.
Okay.
So
I can see-
that's another one where it's like, show me something.
High variance
Show
team.
me you're not
here.
trash.
High variance team.
Yeah,
here with
they
the
are.
Nets.
Yep.
Because I could definitely see that. All right, number 7. No, what is this? Yeah, 7, 8. Did I count this wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a tough look. This is why we don't use math in our wise picks.
No, I know.
At 7, I have the Hawks while you're looking, which is I hate Atlanta right now.
Oh no,
general.
we've been off.
No?
I had the Nets at 4, Raptors 5. I said Raptors at 4. That's
Wait,
why.
so who'd you have at 3? You skipped the Celtics. You didn't even rank them.
Oh. Yeah, they're at 3. We were talking about him as it happened. That's why. All right, so the Celtics are at 3.
I was gonna say, like, wait, it's weird that you didn't have them in the top 3.
No, they're 3. The
Okay.
Celtics are 3. Because I already had my spiel about it. I guess I forgot that I
Right,
didn't mention
yeah.
it. So I was messed up. So that means I have Celtics at 3, Nets at 4, Raptors at 5, Heat at 6, Cavs 7.
Okay, I gotcha.
So now your 7 is that?
I have the Hawks.
All right. I have the Hawks at 8. So let's just talk about them right now.
I wasn't, again, another trade that I wasn't crazy about, but like DeJounte Murray's a good player. I think that it at least works enough to get them into the postseason.
Yeah, they have to
the
make
real
the postseason
this
right?
time, not
Yeah.
just the play-in.
They have to make the postseason. I feel like, and they're another one. It's like they did a little bit. They didn't do enough though. I didn't know they had Justin and Aaron Holiday. Now I might
It's huge.
Yeah, I might raise them up. But in all honesty, this is going to be a lot of Trey and DeJounte. It's going to ride on those two,
Mhm.
and I don't know how I feel about that yet. I just want to see it.
Yep. Yeah, it's like this one you have to see it on the floor.
Yep.
Donovan Mitchell too, and we'll get to the West, but the Timberwolves is another one where it's like I don't know. Let's see it though.
It's good point. So that means who's your 8th seed?
Raptors.
Okay. Oh yeah, you already mentioned that. All right, I have
Whatever.
9 seed, first play in, Chicago Bulls.
I have
They
my Wizards.
I wonder if they were gonna make the top 10.
They have to. I
They
almost just put them at 1.
the
After
Bulls
2 weeks, maybe.
the Bulls, they if they don't do good this year, that Nikola Vucevic trade is going to be a disaster. An absolute
I
disaster.
mean, it's already kind of a mess considering we have them at number 9.
No, and they traded the Franz Wagner pick and Wendell Carter Jr., two good players that I like on the Orlando Magic. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like Rosen and Ball are
they're just
they're just
mid.
not that good.
Yeah,
They're so mid.
they're just mid. This is just a mid
So
team.
mid. Yeah. Like you
And
had your fun last year. Like you were up
yeah,
there.
you
You
were
were the 1 seed for a little bit, and
yeah.
now
DeRozan
you're done.
was MVP
So
for 2 weeks, and that's all.
I
you're
hope it
gonna
was
get.
worth it. Because now you're in the playing game.
Yeah, there's no way it's gonna be worth it. All right, you also had the Bulls at no, you're the Wizards. Talk about the Wizards.
I had the Wizards at 9. I don't know. I've already talked about how little I am interested in this Wizards team, but I think they're good enough to get in the play-in. Maybe.
They should make the play in, but they should do a lot of things, and they shouldn't have kept Bradley Beal as one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel because I think they did get. I think Will Barton and Monte Morris are
Actually, have a
improvements.
point guard.
Yeah, they have improvements. They have a solid lineup.
Whole
when you
season of
think
Chris
about it.
Stapps.
Like let me read you the Monte Morris, Bradley Beal. I guess small forward would be Will Barton,
Kuz.
and then Porzingis, and who would be center? God, who's your center?
Gafford.
Gafford, yeah, that's like a decent. Oh, Kuzma, yeah, too. That's a solid lineup for the NBA. It's not terrible. It's not, but it's not great. They're stuck in mediocrity. They've been the same way for 10 years.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna expect the same thing from the Wizards.
Yeah. It's 10 seed is
It's
Like,
perfect. Exactly what I
spot.
have.
Now you can say that you made the playoffs because you make the play in.
Wait, were they 9 or 10 for you?
I had them at 9.
Okay. Yeah, 9 or 10, I can see.
Oh, you get a home playoff game.
My 10th seed. I love this pick for myself. I'm taking the Detroit Pistons at number 10. They're making the play-in. They're making the jump. I don't know why. I think they have some young talent that'll be fun to watch. And I don't think they're bad enough to tank. So I think they can sneak in. Sneak in at a 10 seed.
Guess. Yeah.
Who do you have 10?
The Bulls.
All right, well, that does the
You
East.
left the Wizards off.
I did leave the Wizards off. Sorry. I also left the Knicks. We both left the Knicks off.
The Knicks off. It's deliberate.
I chose Detroit over the Wizards because I feel like they're actually like
I hope so.
they have a bunch of young players who care, and I feel like the Wizards just have a
Wizards
bunch of
have
mid players that
old
don't
players.
care. Yeah.
I hope that they're the worst team in the NBA. I honestly do.
Get Victor.
Yeah, seriously.
honestly.
Well, no, they'd probably lose the lottery.
Can't have nice things in Washington.
Oh, God forbid.
All right. West. Let's do it.
West gets funky.
Number 1. Say it with me. I'm going to guess the same thing.
Warriors.
Warriors. Yes.
Warriors.
They're better than last year. They're going to be better.
Yeah.
The wise guy's back. He in the preseason so far, he looks like he's able to actually play basketball. So that's a step in the right direction for the wise guy.
That is huge, yeah.
They have
The
all their
Cum
young
Bucket.
players. The Cum Bucket, Moody. They have a bunch of young players that they've had for a while. Jordan Poole just got an extension, and they also got DiVincenzo from he was on the Kings. So he's a great bench player from Villanova. So they're better.
Are we worried a little bit after Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole?
No, I'm actually not. I think it might be a little weird. but I feel like they're just like that, or like they're just gonna roll through it. They're not an organization to
Yeah,
like hold up. Like that whole Kevin Durant year where they were literally like fighting in the locker room every day. They still won like
it's
50 games.
true.
No, they
Steph
don't.
Curry will calm them down.
Yeah, they don't let shit like that bother them.
Yeah, they're too good.
All right, number 2, I have the Phoenix Suns.
All right, the Suns, I major disrespected.
Dude,
I have,
they deserve it, honestly.
I have the Clippers at 2. The team
I
that I forgot existed.
I
I think a lot of people did. And
look, they haven't
Kawhi's
had
coming back.
yeah, they haven't had
I don't know
Kawhi and
what to
PG in
expect
like
from
2 years.
John Wall, but that would be a cool story. A good player. This team seems like they're always well coached too.
They're a deep team, a
They're
deep
deep.
team.
They're so deep.
Like they have so many players on this team
Playoff
that are gonna
Reggie,
want. Yeah.
Norman Powell,
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Mann, Kennard. Yeah, like this is a really deep team. Robert Covington. What?
Yeah, it's like the 11th man. It really is it's a really good, and like even like Brandon Boston Jr. showed flashes. Nick Batum has had games in his career where he's good. Luke Kennard can shoot well. Terrence Mann looked good last year. They have a lot of players on this team,
Mhm.
and it's going to be a good test to see like, can you have too many players? I don't know. They're all gonna have to, like, someone's gonna have to sit the bench. Someone's gonna
Mhm.
have to not get as many minutes as the others. It's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. I
Interesting.
I don't know why I was just doing this, and the Suns, they're just like they can either be like the 2 seed, like I'm predicting, or they could be like the 8th seed.
Yeah.
They like they're DeAndre Ayton didn't talk to his coach like all off season. Jay Crowder for some reason thinks he can get respected enough to hold out and demand a trade. Which, by the way, Jay Crowder, half the league's already had you. No one wants to trade for you.
Celtics don't want him back.
No, I don't want him back. Like, so
Don't need another scrappy defensive player.
no, that probably yells at everyone in the court. No, I don't need it. Look, dude, you scored 9 points a game. You can't demand a trade and expect it to be done immediately. The fact that he's not, like, he just isn't showing up for this team. All right, now I'm talking myself out of this Suns team. And they have no backup for Chris Paul. They really like
Actually, Chris
they
Paul is
hate
just
Chris
not
Paul.
gonna be good, right?
I would assume that he's all right. I can't. I'm changing this. I'm calling audible. I'm sorry. Call myself out of
legal?
it. Yeah, it's legal. I make the rules
Alright.
around here. I'm doing it.
Alright.
NBA world's my world. We're doing it. All right. The Clippers are my number 2.
What?
They're my number 3.
You're cheap.
They're my number 3. They're my number 3. Calm down. I gotta switch things around over here now.
Gosh.
There's no way that's happening. All right.
I would say I believed in
list
this
is back.
Clippers team since the day that they signed Kawhi. I thought they were gonna win the championship that year.
You and everyone else. Like they've been
No, because the
I feel
Lakers
like
were
they had-
supposed to win.
Oh, that is true. There was Lakers versus Clippers. The Clippers have to put it together. This is the year. And if it's not
Yep.
this year, it's never going to happen for the Clippers.
Nope.
And also, why are they building another stadium in Los Angeles? You think anyone's going to go there? God, just freaking move to Seattle or San Diego. God.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, number 3. Vegas. There you
That's
go.
expansion.
Yeah, they're getting an expansion team. Who number 3? Who do you got?
At number 3, I have Grizzlies.
Ooh, I have the Denver Nuggets.
I think there's a lot of good teams in the West. I don't like my list.
You call an audible. I just
No,
did
I'm
it.
not
If
calling
you
an
want-
audible. I'm not
call an
doing
audible
it.
if you need to.
This seems like another. Oh wait, weren't the Grizzlies like the 2 seed last year?
Yeah, they were they were up there, I think.
I mean, you get another year. Ja didn't really lose much, did you?
They got rid of. They had a lot. They had expendable players because they had a lot
Yeah.
of players. So
Melton.
yeah, they lost Melton, but they still have Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks. They got Danny Green back, which he will play.
Yes.
Yeah, Danny Green will play.
Ed Jackson, Steven Adams.
They really like this Zaire Williams kid. I don't know where he's from. I don't know. He went to Sierra Canyon. There you go. But they really like this kid.
Wait, where did he play?
I don't think he went to college.
Stanford. Okay.
Oh, Stanford. That's where he went.
Thought I knew that name, but I didn't.
So they really like him. They like Kenneth Lofton Jr., which I like him too. He's hilarious. I just think he's funny that he's just doesn't look like an NBA. Like he's a bigger dude. Doesn't look like an NBA player. Tyson Jones is good. They
Fat
have.
Jamie.
I'm not fat shaming. I just think it's funny. Like he's like Jokic. And
Oh
I
my
guess,
gosh.
yeah. No, you've seen him. Yeah,
He's
just give.
not like Jokic.
No, he's bigger than Jokic.
Bigger and shorter.
This is gonna be a good team again. I have them a little bit lower, but I can see them getting. They have another high variance team. There's a lot of these teams like that, but they can go either way for me. I have the Nuggets. This Nuggets team is actually good this year. Last year they were dog shit, and Jokic carried them to the 6th seed. I like the Caldwell Pope addition. They have Bones Highland, Michael Porter Jr.'s back, Jamal Murray's back after
Actually
3
healthy.
years. Bruce Brown's on the team. I love the combination.
Oh, and Christian Brown.
Who's Christian Brown?
Kansas.
Oh, yeah, that's
Spelled like Braun.
mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Get some white people off the bench. You know, classic NBA. Good again. Every good everyday D team needs a shooter off the bench.
Yep.
Aaron Gordon's still on this team. Like it's a decent team this year, and if Jokic keeps putting up what Jokic has been doing the past 2 years, not only do I think there's a possibility that he could win it again, even with voters' fatigue of MVP, but they're going to be really good.
At some point, they have to make a playoff run with him, right?
Yeah, and I think it's got.
I guess
this
they
year.
did make the conference finals, right, against the Warriors one time.
Yeah, they did.
But
yeah. Next up, number 4.
I have them at 4. I have the
Okay.
Nuggets at 4.
I have the Minnesota Timberwolves at 4. Look, all I know is doesn't matter what team the Jazz have put around Rudy Gobert in the regular season. He's had one of the best defense. Like he just makes a defense. So I think that combined with I love Anthony Edwards. Karl-Anthony Towns is all right. They have to get rid of D'Lo if they ever want to do anything in the playoffs. But I think just in the regular season, they're going to be really good.
I don't know. I can't make up my mind with this team. I don't understand how Towns and him will work together.
That's going to be so weird to watch.
It doesn't make sense in my head.
Yeah, I don't get it's going to be really weird. It's going to be too big. Be too big down there.
Right. I feel like it never works.
I'm excited to see it. I think if they have a smart coach and they can figure it out, they can win a lot of regular season games. So,
I guess.
All right. Next up. Next up.
I had the Nuggets, yeah.
I had
5.
I had the Grizzlies.
I have the Pelicans.
I love the Pelicans.
I'm very excited for this team.
We have to talk about
Hopefully full year Zion.
Friday. I'm going to be in Charlotte to see Zion.
It's huge.
Oh, it's massive. I'm so excited to see this Pelicans team. They have so many fun players. Like just off the bat, Zion, Brandon Ingram, going to be another like they were already a great combo. Now you add in CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado, Jonas Valanciunas, and Larry Nance. I forgot he's even on this team. He's a solid NBA player. I even like their draft pick Dyson Daniels.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be so much fun. So much fun to watch.
Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that guy. I feel like he's just there. But yeah, he's there.
Block shots.
Yeah, it took him 4th overall. He's got to be decent, right? So they're gonna be a really fun team, and I would love to see them end up in the 5th seed. Because that means it all went right. So that's That would be fun as hell. I have
Gotta
the
root for
Grizzlies.
Zion.
What'd you say?
Then you gotta root for Zion.
I know. Now that and like he did what we told him to do. He looks like he's in shape. So
I
he's
haven't
actually
seen a recent picture of him.
he looks like he's back. He looks like he laid off the Doritos commercials and the Twinkies. He can't literally have a Twinkies commercial. Like that's just it's too easy.
It's too perfect.
All right. Next up, because we got to start running through this. All right, I have the Lakers next. Number 6.
Ooh, I disrespect them as well. I have the Mavs at 6.
I disrespect.
Yeah, you have class in like 2 minutes.
No, it's already started. I'm 3 minutes late.
Oh.
It's too late. It's exam review, so
Okay.
it shouldn't be too bad. All right, Lakers. This is going to be the most interesting team in the NBA because they're a mess, and they have to trade Westbrook at some point, I think. So whether it's at the trade deadline or I guess it would just have to be at the trade deadline or earlier. But there's a trade on the table with the Pacers. They haven't taken it. They're looking for other offers. Whatever they get back is going to help them. And LeBron and AD, it looks like Anthony Davis it looks like he's back. Looks like he can play. He looks like he shaved off those extra pounds he had last year. He has a big afro, what I really like. And it looks like he can ball again. So when you have LeBron and Davis, yeah, no, I totally get that. But when you have Bron and Davis, I think you make a top 6 seed in my eyes.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. But the rest of the roster is so bad.
No, the rest of the roster is so terrible.
You brought in Pat Bev, I guess. Nice.
Lonnie Walker's going to
Thomas
start
Bryant.
for them. Hano Toscano Anderson. Juan.
Sick.
Thomas Bryant. Yeah, you already mentioned. Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
Big
Troy
year
Brown
for
Jr.
Austin Reeves. Oh, I didn't know Troy
Ugh.
Brown Jr. was on this team.
Yeah.
Big year for
Not
Austin Reeves.
disgraced Wizards.
Yeah, no, they do have disgraced Wizards. They've had disgraced Wizards ever since that like it was the Mo Wagner. Actually, no, I guess they gave them.
Yeah, they
him.
traded him too.
Yeah,
They made him a disgraced Wizard.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, who do you have at this spot? You have the Mavs?
I have 6. Yeah, the Mavs.
I don't like anyone around them. I don't like anyone besides Luka on this team. Really.
I don't know. I mean,
Give me something to be excited about.
Christian Wood. Didn't Woody look good after the trade last year?
Those are 2 stretches.
How are they
like,
stretches?
I don't know. Christian
Wood's
Wood.
a really good player.
Yeah, he is, but I don't know. I feel like if he was actually that good of a player, I'd feel like he'd actually, I don't know. Like, why was he on the Rockets those past 2 years? He was on the Pistons before that.
I don't know what to tell you.
I like Jaden Hardy,
Hans.
point guard they got from the G League. I think he'll be good.
They were winning games without a good roster, though, in the playoffs, only because of Luka. And they got a little bit better.
All right. There you go. All right, I'm in. I just, oh, God. I have them, to be
They
fair,
have a 6 seed. I'm not saying they're going to win the championship.
I have them as a 9th seed.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'm all for the Luka MVP season, but we've been saying that the past 4 years.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they have a trade incoming. They have to get something else.
Yeah, probably.
All right, next up, I now have the Suns.
This is where I have the Suns.
All right, perfect.
Just get them out of my face.
I don't want to see them.
I don't want to see them either.
I know.
And if they're 64-18 again, they're still my 7 seed. I don't care.
I know. Friend of the pod, Dylan Papazilio, so excited to see his Suns, but I am not. I'm not excited to see this team. They
just sick of them. Like,
yeah.
Devin Booker is so overrated.
And how many teams? Like, look, you made
Ayton. He doesn't even want to be there.
You made the finals 2 years ago. Are you just gonna keep running the same team every year? You gonna keep running it back every time?
I mean, you're that good. You have to, right? But
I don't
like
know.
the worst game 7 ever.
Yeah.
blow it
No,
up. After
I'm
that.
out. I'm out on them.
I'm out too.
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. It was 9:30 in the morning when I did this ranking. That's why they were at 2. I'm blaming it. Next up, it seems like I should bring them up higher, but I have the Pelicans as the 8th seed.
I have the Wolves.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
I don't think that it is.
I guess they haven't earned any respect.
Like they haven't.
Yeah.
They haven't earned shit.
It's surprising though.
And they lost Pat Bev.
Pat Bev, he's now taking LeBron to the playoffs. All right.
I do like Ant. I like Edwards a lot. He's fun.
I think they made.
I
It's
actually
like
forgot about this team. I left them off my list. Generally.
it seems like Anthony Edwards, if they waited like 2 more years and then did this type of Rudy Gobert trade, I feel like we'd like them a lot better.
Probably.
But because it's only his second year or third, and he's gonna have to improve a lot for this team to be the championship aspiration of what they want. All right.
Yeah, they're not there yet.
I have Mavs at 9.
I have the Lakers.
Number 10. I'm so excited for number 10 because I think they could even get higher than number 10 possibly.
Who do you have?
I have the Sacramento Kings. Look at the team.
I had them in there originally, and then I put the Wolves in.
The Kings are fun. The Kings are gonna be fun this year. They have a watchable roster, which they haven't had in a long time. Keegan Murray looks great in the preseason. He looks like he's the front runner for Rookie of the Year. De'Aaron Fox, he's still there and is still above average. Sabonis, another above average player. Malik Monk, I like. Kevin Huerter's on the team. Harrison Barnes.
I forgot about Huerter.
Gritty vet.
I mean, this is just the mid of mid.
Oh, Matthew Dellavedova. Like, this team, I'm all for it. Davion Mitchell. Look, maybe I'm getting too excited about them, but they're definitely going to be a late night team where all their games start at 10 p.m. You could watch them till 1 at night. You could watch them have fun against the Lakers. I'm all for it.
Yes, yeah. They could be fun. I'll give you that.
It could be a little feisty, too.
It might be feisty.
Yeah.
They just got to make the playoffs at some point.
That's the other thing. At some point, they just have to. They have to do it, right?
It can only go on for so long. But it's so easy to make the playoffs.
Yeah, when 10 of the teams on each conference make the playoffs, you got to make the playoffs at some point.
Really not that hard.
Yeah.
Just get in.
All right.
I have the Blazers at 10.
I think the Blazers are going to be a train wreck.
You get Lillard back.
I don't care.
All right.
Like, I really don't care. I think the rest of the team is garbage. I think their coach sucks. I'm all out on the Pacers.
Think he gets traded?
I think if they're like headed towards Wembanyama air territory halfway through the season, we could see a Dame trade.
Yeah. Or just sit out.
Oh yeah, or he just fakes another injury or something. He gets another stomach bug. Actually, I'm not gonna go on record and say he faked that one. I don't know, but I don't know. I
already said it.
Yeah, sure. I don't care. This team's gonna be garbage. They decided to pay another $100 million to Anthony Simons when they just experienced the two small guards in Dame and CJ, and they're like, oh, that didn't work for 10 years. Let's do it again. So I have no faith in this team.
Yeah, it was awfully silly.
Yeah. And like Yusuf Nurkic, is he ever going to play defense or stay healthy? Jeremy Grant? Sure. Jeremy Grant. Sure.
They're good enough to get the 10 seed though.
I think they are. I think they do have the possibility of getting it, but I think they're gonna blow up. I feel like they're gonna be really bad and then just blow it all up.
Possible.
There's going to be a lot of teams halfway through the season that if they have a below average record, the Wembanyama's worth it. They're just going to blow it up. So that's my mindset there.
I mean, that would be my hope as a fan.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Get the Wembanyama.
Yeah.
All right. We have to wrap this up. Class started 12 minutes ago for me. I got to go try to find parking. Thank you all for listening. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll get some College Corner Friday. Don't worry, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's got out of control.
Yeah, we just got oh my god, it's 2 hours in. Yeah, this got a little out of hand. Thank you all for listening. We'll see everybody Friday. Enjoy your weeks. Hopefully you get all your bets. And go Phillies tonight. And go
Bills.
Celtics. I'm so excited to be back. See everybody.